I figured out what the problem was. I don't know why it was doing it the way it was doing it, but I figured out the problem. So it's fine now. Ah, this game is so cool. Excuse me. Quit. New game. Custom. Not gonna do this all night. We're only gonna do this for a few hours. I have other things to stream. I want to show people things. This is a cool game. I wish I had people to play it with. And the next game that I'm gonna be playing, I also would like to have people to play with, but unfortunately, I do not. So, be right back. I'm going to be doing this for a couple of hours. I want to make sure that there's nothing I need to get done first real quick. So this is going to be a be right back time. Wait, I can move it. This is probably going to create problems. Whatever. We're gonna go with be right back for a minute. I'll be right back. I gotta do some stuff real quick to prepare, and then I'll be back. Okay, now everything's fixed, and it's fine. We're all good. Alright, waiting a second. Gonna do this for a super long time, probably only a couple of hours, and then we gonna move on. I gotta turn on the breaker, turn on the engine so I don't forget to do that like an idiot, like I normally do. Keep playing different games where one button's to get off of things and then another game is to get off of things, and then I hit all the wrong goddamn buttons. Oh, that's right, nothing's turned on. I need to turn on. I don't really need this on right now. Okay, we're stuck with 4 islands. Make my life a little bit easier. Oh man. Okay, so logistically speaking, what do I have and what do I need? Turrets. missions. Barge, ledger missions. Thank God I started with barges. Oh my God, that's actually what I wanted. Do I have money? I don't start with money. I've never tried to buy things this early. We're gonna go to Cherenkov first, which is gonna be north. It's gonna be this guy. Alright, time to set sail. Wait a minute. No. I want this to be the ocean current. This to be wind. And the third one to be precipitation. Oh, it already is. Cool beans. I also need to have my barge bring me some... Bring me the seals, bring me the walruses, and bring me... Okay, cool. Then... What else do I want? As many of these as I can get. Have AWACS, observation camera, yeah, I'll grab some of those. This won't be entertaining for the first minute or two, because I need to get stuff prepared. Grab some more of those. Torpedoes, heck yeah, because we'll go through them. Cruise missiles, because I'll use them. Yes. Yes. Also yes. We have bombs, we have ammo. Okay, that should be everything I need. I probably could have had this thing moving while I was doing all this, but it's fine. I need to head north. That's close enough to north. And I should scout out that island. Oh wait, I should probably prepare my vehicles. Seal. We're going to get one of you equipped with missiles, and one of you equipped with Sea Whiz, and you have the viruses, so you're going to get an observation camera and a gun, so that's fine. Razor Bill, you're going to get... No, you don't get auto cannon. Sorry. You get laser missiles. More laser missiles. And the other one gets TV guided missiles. And the third one will get... I want... I guess I'll just leave it for now. Once I run out of TV missiles, I'll switch this one to torpedoes, and the third one can be... Wait, torpedoes, laser... Yeah, that's fine. Never mind. Oh, no, wait. Well, I guess I could have IR missiles. I'm not gonna worry about it. Alright, albatrosses, I'm gonna send you guys out. Okay, so this is interesting. Oh god, that's true. So this is cool because this ship is very large. You've got like a locker room, like the main. No, I am not getting any messages. Like the captain's quarters. My phone doesn't work. There we go. I'm doing stuff. The server room, which is very necessary on this ship, because half the shit has to be servers. Storage. Outside, which is very loud. So yeah, there's that. It's cool though, because you can just go outside. I'm gonna turn that down a tad, because that's excessive. I probably just blew it in with teardrop, so you know, that's okay. Actually, I want to go, so there's like this little garage thing, carrier deck. It's interesting. So the next level down, which has more cruise quarters. Cruise quarters. Galley. Very small carrier. Well, it's not a small carrier. It's set up as a small carrier. A very small carrier, I guess. And so also, oh, I gotta do this. Oh no, there are stairs. No, I won't take the stairs. So this is cool because this carrier that you command the entire world, which is much easier with multiple people, but I'm gonna end up hitting something and I'm not gonna be paying attention, so I'm gonna end up running straight or something. Oh, I went down the tunnel. So this is all the landing. You might think it's odd on an aircraft carrier, but it's not an aircraft carrier, it's just a carrier. It carries lots of things. It carries landing vehicles, it carries aircraft. Oh, this is the aircraft. Equip everything. It's really cool. Because you really only ever need to be in the bridge. There's really no reason to go anywhere. I'm never outside of the bridge. That's mostly because I'm one person, so I can only play. Oh shoot. Where am I? Okay, where I need to go is in front of me. Well, it's a good thing I didn't land straight into a frickin' island. But I do need to send out vehicles so I can start doing some... Okay. I need to start doing some reconnaissance so that I know what I'm saying. I turned most of it on. Oh, I turned on the missiles, the main gun, the torpedoes, which was the cool. And now we wait for the plane. So it's somebody's in here. Okay. Alright, so nothing's good. Cool. Oh. Alright, it's gone. is also a really, really fast ship for how big it is, considering I'm going 77 knots right now. Like, if anyone doesn't know how knots work, 1 knot is 1.5 miles per hour. So, if you're going 1.5 knots, you're going a little bit faster than 1 mile per hour, and that builds up real quick. If you're going like 2 knots, I think that would be 3 miles per hour-ish. So if you think about it, that increases fairly quickly. We're going to go on this guy. Yes. Let's see what I can do with so I can nothing has AA guns to go through. Walrus. Steel. Hell. Be able to see too much from way back here, but we'll see what happens. We're a little bit far and we're a little bit off course. At least I'm here too much. So the Albatross is flying overhead, he's gonna shoot some stuff. All those security computers run. We already destroyed a bunch of enemy units. That's not what I want to do. Alright, we're just going to go straight in. And yes, some people might say, oh, this game looks terrible. It really doesn't. It's got kind of the pixely graphic going on, and if anyone has any Stormworks vibes, yes, it's actually made partially by the people who make Stormworks. And the thing is, it's a really good game. And even, you might say, oh, well, it looks terrible. It doesn't. Oh, shit, we're gonna lose a freaking Albatross. Oh, Jesus Christ. There's land there. Albatross, you need to come in for landing. gotta send out some seals. What did we even receive? Walrus, seals. Oh, sweet. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. Cannon. Walrus with a cannon. Seal with also a cannon, and seal with also a cannon. Because for now, I don't really have a lot of options. Oh, God, pushed again. Out where the hell all these estimates are. Here's where things get interesting. I don't just have to hello, sir. That was like fish. Oh, I was about to launch a missile, but never mind. What we're gonna do is we're gonna use the carry to keep going. Also because I can't. And now we're gonna watch. That was not the gun, I don't think, because I don't think it landed yet. Really like stuck. Seriously. Really satisfying. Well, maybe not to watch per se, but to see the things that happen. Okay, we're gonna let the ship back up for a minute. While I figure out how I want to take care of stuff. All of our stuff is behind us. Oh, I didn't mean to send out seals. Hold on, who's this one? Stuck on the carry right now, so I'll probably put the damage all in. Get back to the ship. my camera's blocking this. Okay, hang on. I'll move the camera. I'll put it upper right. And alright, I'm going to move the camera real quick because it's actually blocking the information. Camera. Let's go. Now I'm not blocking information. It wasn't really crucial information, but it was information. Missiles are unfortunately guided by where I'm looking, so if I'm looking here, and then I aim over here, this is what I'm following. So you don't really have to be aiming at the thing the whole time, but I'm sorry? Oh, they have AA in the, or they have aircraft in the air? It's just not. Unstuck even if you push yourself a little bit, but it is still possible. That's actually parked so that I'm ready to I am not ready. God damn it. I am not doing well. I'm just gonna throw it in reverse. Other nice thing about this game, the entire game is only like, I think a gigabyte at the most. Like, it's a very small file. Alright, what are you? This is but I can't see chat. I don't know why. Finally backed up. Maybe now I can open those up. I gotta like reorganize my troops a bit. I want to raise from like 12. I mean, I could. I can just really close my mouth. I can do some chat. Great, because now I know that the witch is actually working properly. But I'm going to try, and I don't know if it will let me do this or how, but I'm going to try to start posting my Twitch streams where it's a little bit more permanent. Oh, there's the friggin' albatross attack. Got him. Yeah, have a second. I'm just gonna have the albatross go this way. Gonna have it circle for a second while I'm working on getting the ship into position. Oh god, we're about to reach. Oh, there's a huge It's fine. Normally I don't start attacking until I'm already in position. But, I mean, oh god. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, apparently there's a sandbar. Maybe I should just kind of carry it around. God, yeah, I'm not sure. Okay. As soon as we get into, like, regular water, we'll be okay. Just give me a minute. I need to basically, because all of the landing craft come out from the back of the ship. So the most efficient way to capture places is to have all of the vehicles come out obviously really close to where I can capture, and have the back of the ship angled that way so that it makes my life much easier. That's what I'm about to do. So I just need to prepare the ship for it. I'm going to kind of get close, but at the same time, obviously I'm in a large ship, so I don't really want to get too close. But what I'll do is, because this is all land right here, and they move faster on land, back of the ship toward this land. Now we're going to keep heading so that the ship doesn't turn. Where are we in comparison? Oh my goodness. So I went all the way around. This has, hang on. Oh, yeah, this, okay. So that's why I was thinking this was the closest, because, so all of this little, like, non-green is the sandbars that I'm trying to get around. And some islands have a lot, some don't have any. But, so right here, I can't get very close. So this is going to be kind of the closest area I can really get the carrier to. Look, this is a holographic map, so, like, it's three-dimensional. It doesn't look three-dimensional, it's three-dimensional. Alright, so, Walrus, come this way. Seal come this way. The Sea-Wiz Seal is actually gonna kind of be defensive for the carrier, so that's gonna come up. Missile, you're going. You can actually get off. You can jump off if you want to, but since all the control is done from the ship, there's the Albatross. I think we can back and forth. Yep. Got him. Yeah, I did run off the carrier, but there's really no reason to. Oh, there was something that I didn't show. There's an escape pod right here. There's this little escape ship. You would, I guess, climb into. It would slide off the side of the ship. Just for decoration. But you can self-destruct the ship. There's a self-destruct. Sure, not going to. And only the captain can do it. Alright, so this Albatross is the one with ammo, so we'll have him come back. So it will actually show that it's got 7 fuel, he's in a holding pattern. He's coming around, and once he hits the curve back toward the carrier, he'll actually come in for a landing. So if you have a lot of planes, well, I mean, you can only have so many. You can only have 8 of everything, or 8. So now he's coming in for a landing. Way out there. It's coming in for landing. The ship has torpedoes. It has Sea-Wiz, which is explosive weapon system. It has anti-air missile launcher. It has land vehicles. They're amphibious. They do have propellers. So one of those is going to be mine. One of those is going to be my virus bots, which is what captures things, the main radar on the space. And then the other one is kind of protecting them. Sea-Wiz Seal can go back to the ship, and this Seal can go back to the ship. And have all of them go back to the ship. And yes, you can have different people running this. So you can have, I believe, a maximum of like 6 people. But it's interesting, because when you think about it, you can have one basically doing most of the captaining, kind of like, not necessarily just driving the ship, but like driving the ship and also just kind of making sure that everything's going smoothly with some decisions. Whereas you got maybe 1 or 2 people running the vehicle controls, sending them out, working that. I mean, the captain could also be running like damage control for repairs. You can have somebody on logistics, bringing in ammunition and other things, buying things, because you can buy other stuff, send it to the warehouse, then have it brought. And then you could also even have somebody running what I would do is I'd probably have logistics, repair / drive, I guess. Running like the carrier guns, the scope for just seeing things, and the missile, which you can also control missiles from like vehicles from there, which is cool. So basically what you can do is, if I say have a Razorbill, which is a helicopter, which has a certain kind of missile on it, I could launch that missile from the carrier. So if the carrier is kind of far away, but I can still see my target, and the Razorbill is closer, I can launch the missile from the Razorbill and it'll go to my target. It's the same thing, like if I was using the Albatross's camera, speaking of which, where the hell, oh yeah, that's right, I had it blank. So if I had the Albatross flying around in circles, I could, if I had the Albatross flying around in circles, I could use the camera and launch missiles, or like artillery mounted to the Bears, which is they're the only thing they have to have it. The Bears, I have the ground artillery, and I believe you can fire that from the carrier too, but I haven't gotten Bears to... I've gotten a Bear once, but I didn't actually have the ability to put anything on it because I didn't have any turrets for it. The whole, like, thing, the whole story of this is there's this... You start off in space, in like a space station type thing, and you go down to this planet because this, basically some terrorist type organization kind of wants to. Basically what they want to do is they took control of, I believe this is a Gaia class carrier, or the other one is a Gaia class, whatever. But basically you take command of this carrier, and the other carrier is taken by the enemy. And so they go around to all these islands, which this is supposed to be like a colony. They go to all these islands, and they want to take them over in order to put like a bomb type thing under the tectonic plates. And basically, because it would be under the tectonic plates, you create this giant... I don't know if they necessarily mean like a tidal wave, but doing this would essentially blow up most of the planet, or at least destroy the colony. If you lose, though, it destroys the planet. But yeah, so the main thing is that happens. But what I'm doing is just the regular custom game where you can start with however many. So my goal is to just keep the enemy carrier from doing stuff. So I can tell where the enemy carrier is because they have 4 islands right now. All the rest of these red ones are ones that no one's captured. And I'm about to capture my first, so I don't know what the... Normally the AI is pretty good at capturing faster than you, but I think they have to capture all of them. If you lose your carrier, you're done. So Miss Jessie wants, of course. I was really hoping to get a little bit more than this, but okay. So, and you have all these different islands, and they'll give you different things. So, like, you know, this is fuel. So you only have so much fuel left in this warehouse, and that fuel powers the carrier, and the carrier refuels everything from the same fuel. So now like from the turrets, I can build turrets. From the barge, I can build a barge, which I want a barge, actually. Large munitions, so you can unlock it. 60. I can't make 160. Oh no, that's small munitions. Now here's kind of one of the annoying things. So on that screen, I can see what each type thing is. And on this screen, I can see how many shields it has, which are different ones. So Marissa, which is the one that has small munitions, is going to be a 2 shield, which is what I just did. Fornax is going to be 1 shield.
bar one. Oh, you know what? I'm going to take over both of those. What are those? Fuel and chicken. That's perfectly fine, and then I'll take butter. That's perfectly fine. So once, now unfortunately the land vehicles are kind of slow, at least in comparison to obviously the planes. But the land vehicles are also, oh no, there is a broken line at this point. But they're also really slow in the water, that's why I try to get the rear end of the ship as close to land as I can and as close to the radar as I can. Because once you capture it, whether there's enemies there or not, you own it. They'll come by and attack your virus bots, but that's it. Like, if there's enemy vehicles, for the most part, once you capture it, you got it. You can blow them up, you don't have to. If there's any turrets when you capture it, you get them. So, if you can just run in and take care of most of the enemies that are really going to be a problem, you know, send a couple that have guns to take care of anything that comes by because you're capturing, and mostly just send in a SEAL or anything else with a virus bot attached to capture it, and just get in as close as you can, send them in, and just capture it. You know, because sometimes you can kind of go in and capture it before they really do anything, and you've already taken care of it. And then you own the island, and you can kind of skedaddle. So once these guys are back in the ship, and I'll be able to see, because I'll have two more things here. See, so one of them's actually coming in. So if you look at this CCTV, which is kind of crappy, so that's one of my vehicles coming in, which, you know, obviously, for some reason the CCTV in this game is terrible. I understand that most of it is kind of like polygonal, but I kind of want them to update the CCTV to look at least a little bit clearer. You know, just not a lot more resolution, some more resolution. That's it. I'm only asking for a little bit more resolution. So, yeah, so the next one is coming on, so we should be able to see it on the CCTV in a minute. Oh, nope, he's actually parking right now. Oh, that, yeah, so your virus bots automatically destroy themselves. Now you can turn on like runway lights, but it kind of seems like if you come in with all of your lights off, you're a lot harder to see. At least that's what it seems like. It seems like you're harder to be noticed if you come in with no lights at night. So usually I try not to run the lights, because then they aren't alerted as early, so you can kind of send a plane in and do a little bit of reconnaissance for a while without them really noticing. Either that or it's just out of range, one of the two. Can I just keep going this way, or am I going to have to shut up the talks? I can shut up the talks. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, we're out of my alarm. I can turn it on, but I don't need it. Alright, I'm heading straight toward the next island. So since I don't live on this island anymore, I'll put on this one. Oh, cool, and I already know where the radar is. The radar is here, so it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of good places to land on this island. So I don't know where I'm going to park at. I'm probably just going to park it like right, especially since I'm going to be moving to this island after. So this will kind of be the most beneficial area. But I also want to know what I have. Take off the weapons so that we can divert more power to propulsion and repair. This is where having like 2 or 3 people would be nice, just because if you had one, even just one other person, you could have somebody else who's, you know, like I'm running logistics. You don't necessarily need a dedicated person, but they can also rearm the vehicles, and like, you know, if you have somebody standing over here running it, they're just sitting here and they don't want to be, you know, clicking on this, clicking on like the carrier to figure out which thing has which. You could just be like, oh, you know, what's in, say, A1 for air? Well, you know, A1 is that guy. So you can be like, oh yeah, the Albatross. Oh, okay, cool, thanks. But you could also, like, that's why I don't think logistics is necessarily something that you need all of, because I can also just hop over here real quick, and, you know, we're about halfway on fuel, so... Actually, we also need the second barge that we have to start going to, we'll go to surface chassis, and we'll go to the warehouse. And then we'll have this one go to turrets and large munitions to the warehouse. So this one will mostly be to take stuff to the warehouse, and this one will be to grab our surface vehicles and our warehouse stuff. But we're gonna make another barge. No, we're not, because I don't have the money. Never mind. However, like I said, I don't think you need that. Mostly, I think what you need is somebody to run like the surface and the land or the air vehicles, while somebody else can take care of driving the ship. You know, they can take care of like this weaponry, the torpedoes and everything. Like if somebody else was running most of the vehicles, while the other person could just be taking care of everything else, or even, you know, once you're parked, you can have 2 people taking care of the command and the vehicles. We are friggin' Cymons. £35. We're going completely against the current. Like, considering I'm going almost 40 knots, I'm going 50 knots in a ship this large, going across against the current. Now, if you're going with the current, you go a lot faster. If you're not really going against or with it, you're just kind of like neutral. It's not really helping you. You can go a decent like 70, 80. Yeah, exactly. Look at my speed right now. I'm going 70 knots. At 70 knots, like, you're going pretty quick. This thing does actually, I've had it up to about 95 knots, which is ungodly. Like, for a ship this large, I mean, for a ship to be doing 100 miles per hour on water is insanity, because you're hitting waves, you're doing lots of stuff. Now, obviously, this is a much larger ship, so hitting a wave, not nearly as big. The plane's about to take off. See, now while I'm adjusting this, I could be having somebody else taking care of others, like this plane, which just took off, and then now it's probably going to fly directly over them and get shot down, unless I'm smart. Because we don't have any kills. I'm also keeping its distance because I want to scout, but I also don't want it to get shot. Now I can also fire the carrier's weapons from that thing. So I'm going to flip back on the weapons. Oh, I don't have the hold. stop. Where is the button? Turn the monitor back on. Monitor. So it looks like it's a lot of sheer cliffs over there. So I think we're going to stop. We're going to see, but I think I'm going to end up stopping a little bit of ways because I need to see where I can actually have slow it down a bit. And I'm going to see what we have with clacking. And the more you zoom in, the faster you actually like spot stuff. So I can just do what is that? There are other ships, so there's a reason for torpedoes. So as soon as that diamond's done, you kind of like tag it. But you can figure out what the vehicle actually is and what it's equipped with. But right now, I just want to know what's all. Play this in VR, but to be honest, I've tried it, and it's a little bit hard to play. Just the way they have the controls set up. You teleport instead of walk, which you're on the bridge of a ship. I mean, I don't need to teleport. And I can't figure out how to, like, do certain things on, what the hell's it called? Like, using the carrier camera to figure out where stuff is. It's kind of difficult. But for now, I just don't like the way it's set up. One of the cool things is if you're just on the carrier and you have other people doing stuff, you can be watching like a missile get launched from the carrier and then just look at the distance as it flies toward your enemies. Like, okay, I didn't feel that one seal, but hey. So albatrosses are nice because they have, you can equip a lot of different things to different vehicles, but the main thing is the guns on these can shoot a lot of different things even if they're in the water, and the missiles on them are pretty good. The problem is the carrier's guns can't shoot stuff that is like in the water. So you can only really use the cannons. Now, if it's a boat, yes, you can shoot it. But you can't really shoot the, like, amphibious vehicles while they're in the water. And if you notice, the waves in this game are barely present. Like, right now, there's no land right there. So it's like, oh, that's perfectly safe. No, it's not. Wait for the waves to lower, because it is not. Alright, we're going to stay right here for a minute. I'm not really sure where I want to go. I'm not sure. It looks like this is going to be a good zone. I don't want to lose any. Come on, Albatross, get out of there.
carrier missile from my Albatross. Since he's under attack right now, I'm going to try to eliminate what I can. And if I leave this camera right now, it will end up, like, canceling the missile. Wow, that didn't hit anything. Unless I just frickin' removed it right before the missile was supposed to hit. So now this guy is pretty far out. One of my Razor Bills, and if you actually go down there, you can watch these things get picked up.
Oh yeah, all the vehicles. Like any seals or walruses with sea-wiz on it, which is just considered anti-air, it can shoot down missiles. And so basically, if you have a bunch of vehicles that are sitting in the water and they have sea-wiz, you can't hit them unless you have like I don't know if I can hit it. But if you have any vehicles that way, it's a problem. Because then you can't hit them unless you have like your own seals or whatnot, or your albatrosses can do it. But then you don't want to send your albatrosses, because then they'll get shot down by the AA, and you can't have missiles. And you can shoot, like, let's say I had one albatross flying around and it was only equipped with, like, so the missiles that these planes are normally shooting are the infrared missiles. The laser missiles are ones that I can guide, like the carrier missile, like the one that I'm doing right now where I'm guiding it, except they get launched from vehicles. But really satisfying. Got him. So if I had the laser missiles equipped on a vehicle, for example, right now I have. So basically, anything with a certain camera can launch certain things. So I have, I can't see this, but I have a Razor Bill in the air right now. That Razor Bill, I'd actually have to see which thing it's equipped with. I don't remember. So the sea-wiz seal is going to go over there. That seal's going to go over there. And they'll pathfind for me. But like here, if I run my albatross, and if I, you can manually control vehicles too. I just so guided missile is the laser guided missiles. So if my Razor Bill has missiles on it. So I didn't launch the one that has those. I go to my Razor build because I know which one it is. That's with TV guided missiles. So TV guided missiles. Feedback. Your mic is low and outside can't hear you low in carrier. Yeah, it's pretty low in the carrier normally. The carrier is kind of, so if you're inside the carrier, it's very quiet anyway. If you go outside the carrier, it's loud as fuck. And unfortunately, I can only increase my mic so much just because, here, let me, mic sensitivity, here, let me, microphone. Let's just increase that a little bit, because for me, I gotta kind of go based on you guys, because for me, and yes, good morning, my microphone is kind of peaking right now, so I don't want to be blowing your ears out or anything, although I am glad that there's actually some of you here. Perfect, fantastic, fantastic. This is the most viewers I've ever had, too. Sweetness, sweetness. So we're gonna just keep trying to kill shit, because that's the name of the game, pretty much. Oh, looks like one of my albatrosses just killed one of them. That's one of the nice things. Like, you might say, oh, this game looks kind of crappy, but you know what? It allows the game to have a lot more than a lot of other games have. There's a game called Red War Game, I believe, Red Dragon. And you can have, like, rocket launchers and other things that just launch from halfway across the map. Shit. I missed completely. And so you can just watch hordes of missiles fly across the map and all kinds of other shit. And it's just so satisfying to watch. It's just so satisfying to watch many things kill things, especially from the distance. Like, being able to sit here from the carrier and just watch something do a gun run is very satisfying. And you can see all of it happen on this holo map, too. But it's not the same. Alright, which of you... We're going to have you go here... You go here, and we're gonna have you wait. I know there's more of you. Ah, here they are. Which one are you? You're the missile launcher. You're gonna go down to here, and you're also gonna wait. We gotta have everybody wait so that we're ready to go, and then we're gonna have the virus one move in. You're gonna move in. Okay, we have... You, come back. Planes will just keep flying. If you don't give them any kind of information, they just keep going. So if they just take off at the end of the carrier and you forget that you launched them, they'll keep going until they run out of fuel. And I have had one where it was low on fuel, and I'm sitting there like, oh shit, I need to have him come back. And he ended up going, like, some weird direction, and unfortunately, it didn't make it by the time I got back, which is really disappointing, because if you don't have, you know, right now, I don't have air chassis, and this one, if you look, actually will give me albatrosses, unless that's petrels. I think that's albatrosses, and mantas. Now, if I don't have that yet, I can't rebuild them. And I have already... Oh, that's right. I forgot. I brought more in. So you start off with some stuff in your warehouse. But, you know, not a ton of stuff. We're going to have you be a bomber. And guns. Because to be honest with you, I use the guns most. So realistically, having the, you know, anything else is handy, but at the same time not necessary. So it's kind of like, oh yeah, it has bombs or whatever, but you know, that's irrelevant. You don't need to be a torpedo guy, so we're just going to have you use IR missiles, because those are the regular missiles. Those are the infrared missiles. Then you have the laser missiles, which are the guided missiles. I'm not going to put a gimbal on this, just because once I capture that next area, I'm going to get some... God, they better be bringing me fuel, like, pronto. Did it? Wait. Oh, that's right. I didn't make another barge because I didn't have the money. That's right. Now we can. There we go. New barge. Alright, what are you bringing? Anti-air missiles, cruise missiles, torpedoes. Oh, good. One of you is bringing fuel. Thank God, because I'm running low on that. Okay, so that was that one, and this was bringing ID3, ID80. Oh, so they're both bringing fuel. Oh, fantastic. The barges are also really fast. So we're going to see what happens. Yeah, by yourself, this game, it has a lot going on. So all my walruses are heading out. How are you guys gonna... Oh, they're gonna go up that way. That makes sense. There's no turrets, right? So all of you are going to go up there, and you're going to stop here. And I'm going to have Alpha go. What are you? You're just a SEAL. I don't think we need you right now. The Sea Whiz and the missile launching one can go. You can come back. Actually, I want to see where you guys are. So the reason why I only put an observation camera on the virus one is so that, number one, if the other vehicles aren't around, or if they can't see something, since they already have weapons, I'm not that worried about them having small munitions on it. Yeah, I know. I ran out of small munitions on the one game, and I'm like, oh shit, I can't even make them because I don't have... I had the island, I didn't have it. Sorry, I'm not used to checking chat because I'm not used to having people in the chat giving me information much. I really got to get into it. But the only reason I put an observation camera on this guy is, number one, I don't have a lot of them. Number two, because then, since he doesn't have weapons anyway, if nothing else, what I can do is switch to my observation camera and launch missiles or carrier guns from my, virus seal. So at least then, even though it's technically unarmed, if it comes across something, I have the ability to attack still. However, I need to see where more things are. So we're just going to go for gun runs. And I want to get petrels. Well, also Walrus with a Sea Whiz and manual control. It kills pretty much anything. Seriously? I know the Sea Whiz is pretty good. I'm trying to put all the really... like the actual cannons on seal or on walruses, just because they kind of need it. Like, then they have not a decent cannon, but at least it's got more health to fight stuff, whereas the seals can then be used for other things. Since whenever you capture an island that has land vehicles, I think they always have seals. I think seal is just a base one, and then it's depending on whether or not you get walruses or bears or both. A lot of the times I've been lucky to get both. By the way, TMTC1, if you actually have this game and want to join, I will not argue with having a second person. Yeah, I would imagine it has to be manually controlled because it won't shoot land vehicles by itself. You're at work. Hey man, if you're ever not at work and you want to play, that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of hoping I start finding some followers, because if I find people that are like, hey, I have this game, you need a second, dude, I have no problem with that. I have a buddy that we play a lot of games with.
but unfortunately he doesn't have every game. There's a few games I'd like him to get because it would actually be really cool. Like, I don't know if he'd enjoy this, but it's something where if you had a good buddy that you can, you know, work with, this would be a good game for it. Another game which I'm going to be doing later is Sea of Thieves, which by yourself is a pain in the... I'm trying not to swear on stream as much. A neck. It's a pain in the neck, but it's doable. Whereas with a buddy, it's not tedious normally, but at the same time, it's a lot more fun when you have somebody to just kind of, you know, shoot the shit with. Alright, you attack him. And where's the other one? It hasn't... One of the things that I wish they do in this game is increase the speed of... Number one, if you actually go down to where all the planes are... I plan on Friday or Saturday with my community. Oh, you have your own community? Dude, maybe we could stream together or something and see if we can get, like, a little bit of a thing going together. I mean, we could both play this and then maybe see if we can get a decent-sized group together. Oh, there's the fire. And I don't know if he killed anything. But, like, Sea of Thieves is... so, I have so many trains of thought that I am all over the place. So, like... If you go down into the hangar has a giant gap in the middle of it. So I think, number one, they could remove that, since realistically all it is it overlooks... Here, I'll, let me give... Oh, no, that's just the radar symbol. Okay, that's fine. Walrus, you can land again. Where's the other one? Okay, so the other barge is here. That's fantastic. We're going to have the other barge do solely... warehouse runs. We're gonna have... You're doing warehouse and surface. That's fine for right now. We'll figure out fuel and other stuff later. Oh, good. Now we're full on fuel. Fantastic. So, just for sake of... It is freaking dark in here. I don't know why, like, lights in your house don't automatically come with, like, lit light switches. Don't you think that would make sense? Just to have lit light switches so that when you are in the dark you can see stuff. I want, like, floor... what? We'll go to 2, because I'm not really sure which one is technically... Did your map have a ground chassis? Wrong way. Quick check. It has... Ground chassis is going to be my next captured island. No, I already got it. It only had... Oh my goodness, it's dark in here. The one that I grabbed didn't have what I... It only had, like, walruses, which kind of sucks. I'm sure I unlocked, seals, too. Okay, where the hell am I? Okay, so this... Not that you can see anything. Is the hangar, which there's this big gap here that leads down to where the land vehicles are. So I don't really see a reason to have this. You could honestly store a couple more planes in here, or have them drive. But one of my complaints is when you're launching a plane, if it's running one up on the elevator and then it's launching, it waits for that plane to launch and get off the carrier before it will bring the lift around for the next plane. Now, it would be much faster if as soon as that plane was on, you know, off the elevator, if the elevator started moving down, but then the crane started moving to grab the next plane. That way, you know, you've got him already off the elevator, getting ready to take off, and then everything's already getting the next one prepared to launch, which would be amazing. Connection, I think, is backwards. I mean, I could connect just the thing to my carrier, but you can only have what it seems like to be one
like main thing connected to the carrier. So I'll have to go check the connection. But right now I need to send everybody back. Everybody needs to come back home. Since everything's dead, I don't have to worry about it. I'm not going to leave until everything gets back, which gives me a little bit of time to do random bullshit. You think the connection is backwards? Oh, you know what? It's not connected to my warehouse at all. That's why. Good call. Good call. This is why chat is smarter than the average streamer. I would have got it eventually. I probably originally had it connected to my carrier directly. What can I even make out of this? Yeah, I can make seals and walruses. I have full seals and walruses, so I'm not going to worry about, especially since I don't have a lot of money right now. This Razor Bill doesn't have, that's a TV missile? Yeah, he's TV missiles. I can't make TV missiles right now, can I? TV missiles are large munitions, I believe. Oh, I can. Well, somebody go grab them. Okay, so one of them's... Nope, that's not what I meant to do. So one of you is idle. Then you'll go to this. Oh, no, okay, so the next island is going to be fuel, which I kind of need, but at the same time, for right now, I'm safe. So I should get Carissa because it has small munitions. Wait a minute, hang on. Does it have carrier? Oh, it does have carrier. Oh, but Burn has planes. Is Carissa harder or is Burn? That's my next question. So Burn is going to be 3. Carissa's going to be 2. Having that ammo is going to come in handy. And I've definitely got fuel from the warehouse, so I don't really need to worry about fuel right now, so I'll go for Carissa, then Bardland, then Burn. That way I can have carrier ammo. I usually try to leave one of these on stock and one of them on the map so that I can see the map, and then I can also have my stock up all the time. And then obviously I keep other things on different screens so that I can see what I need to see. Oh, we have a seal that's not headed back. You need to come back there, friend. We need all of you. It'd be cool if when you captured an island, if you didn't just get, I will leave you on for the +1. Well, thank you. Holy, you get a lot of BP per island. BP. I'm not actually sure what BP is. Is that just your currency? I know that you do, because aside from, like, attacking things, you get... Ooh, radar. Ooh, yes, AWACS. Aw, sweet. Now, if only I had mantas to equip it to. Oh, is that just supposed to be like balance points? Blueprints. Also, if you're going to affiliate, have yourself on your phone? I mean, I have my phone sitting here, but it's low on battery and I don't feel like digging out a charger right now. Yeah, I mean, depends on the island, though, as to how many blueprints you get. Sometimes you get a lot. Sometimes you get, like, 1. Although I like that not just destroying stuff. I've actually done that before. In fact, I used to use a separate... I had a Chromebook, so I'd use this separate Chromebook. It is a pain to get. Really? I'm normally not too bad on my custom games. I used to have a Chromebook, though, that I used for my... I didn't have a second monitor at the time. Well, okay, so I used to use a TV as my monitor, and then I had a second monitor, but I didn't have the cord to hook it up. The TV, for some reason, one day, stopped displaying things. I don't know why. I mean, it's like a 6 or... No, actually, it's older than that. It's older than my dog. It's probably almost a 10-year-old TV. Yeah, it's probably about 7 or 8 years old. And it was only 32. So that stopped working, so I switched over to the monitor. What the hell? Oh, yeah, I figured that was just the fire spots. Okay, that's fine. Is everybody back yet? Guys, the viewers want to see things being attacked. They don't want to sit here and listen to story time. Anyway, while my freaking things are taking ages to get back, which they're probably stuck. So, yeah, you're stuck. Oh, no. Okay, if I can just get it unstuck, it'll be fine. If I can just get it in the water. So, yeah, I see that those two aren't moving. That's why I'm manually doing it. Like I said, they probably got stuck. Like, normally this game isn't too bad about that. Okay, you're unstuck. But then, so the other monitor is only a little 16-inch, which it was purchased specifically to use as a secondary monitor. Finally got the cord, bought a new primary monitor, and so now luckily I am sitting on a 4K monitor, which is the first time I've ever had one, and then I have my little secondary, which isn't too bad. It's like a 1080p monitor. It's 16, so it does well as a second monitor. The other way that you can tell that this game is not very intensive is I am using like 2% of my CPU at most. Are you guys coming? Are you glitched or something? We don't have any planes flying around, do we? Okay, good, good. Because that would be awkward. Also, I thought you were going back to work. I'm kidding. I'm not going to bust anyone's balls for hanging out. I do wish that the vehicles move. I mean, I understand. The way they did this is fairly realistic. Like, the land driving is a decent speed in the water. The vehicles are fairly slower. And to be honest with you, the speed they're going in the water is probably about accurate for how fast amphibious vehicles are. Like 7 knots, yeah, amphibious vehicles are pretty slow in water. But it would be nice if they were a little quicker, especially since you are launching from a carrier. So having them be a little faster would be nice for in the water. They're not too bad on land. What would actually be really nice is I think it'd be cool if you could have, I mean, people have mentioned this, but different carriers that you could choose from. I don't know if they'd have any differences, maybe just cosmetic, but it'd be cool if you could have one that could build and launch like small ships, like little patrol boats and things like that, with the same kind of thing. Like maybe you can just put on like the 20 and 30 millimeter turrets, you can put on the missile launcher, a torpedo launcher, and a Sea Whiz. That way you could have something that kind of follows the ship, which I did notice that's actually something you can do. If you, like, if I tell this walrus to go to this seal as its location, it will follow this seal. So if I was running, say I was controlling, or, you know, say Joe Schmo, secondary guy, was driving the seal that had the viruses on it, he could actually set a bunch of other vehicles to follow the one that he's driving, and then while he's driving, they're all following him, and so he has his own group just for protection. So then you don't have to worry about commanding them, they can just follow you. Which you could, I think you can do that with the carrier too, but normally they just redock. But with boats, it'd be cool if you could have them do that, and then they would just kind of follow the carrier around, and you could kind of have like a little battle group. Not a big one. I mean, obviously, everything else is limited to 8. I would assume that it would have to be limited even lower, but it's not like you'd have big ships anyway. It'd be cool if you could have big ships, especially since they have the needlefish and the swordfish, and I'm not sure if there's a bigger one since I haven't seen it yet. But the needlefish is kind of a small ship. It normally has, I think, 2 weapons on it. They'll have either a Sea Whiz, they'll have either a Sea Whiz, an anti-air missile, or a torpedo launcher, I believe. Those are the 3 I've seen. And they can have any 2 of those. So I've seen one that was an anti-air missile and a torpedo. I've seen one that was a Sea Whiz and a Sea Whiz and a torpedo. Actually, there must be a regular cannon it can get too. Because I know I've been shot at with, like, not missiles. Because most of the time missiles will get shot down by your own Sea Whiz. So if they shoot you with a regular missile, most of the time they'll get shot down. But I've been shot by things that were missiles, and you take a lot of damage. But I think maybe you can... What are you guys doing? I think that, because I saw one that couldn't shoot out missiles, and so what it ended up doing was it couldn't really defend itself. There we go. Everybody was trying to go in at the same time, so they were all kind of blocking each other. So what ended up happening was I noticed that it didn't have any defenses against missiles. Like, it didn't have anti-air missiles, and it didn't have a Sea Whiz. So I was able to kind of just send in stuff to kill it. The missiles are better against the ships that have Sea Whiz, or the torpedoes are good against stuff that have Sea Whiz. If they don't have Sea Whiz, you can just shoot them with missiles. But otherwise, you got to use the carrier gun. And because you don't want to get close to them. They have a fairly good range on them. And this game is pretty good about actually having some, like, realistic ranges. It's not like games like Grand Theft Auto where, like, a missile goes, like, maybe a quarter of a mile and then explodes automatically. No. This, I'm launching shit, like... Oh, it's... Okay. No, it's trying to launch that, and you can't launch stuff that doesn't have full ammo. I'm like, wait, is there a vehicle out that I'm not aware of? But no. What's everybody doing? Is everybody coming home? Mikey's coming home. We're gonna get everything kind of close. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick while Tweedledee, Tweedledum, and Thing 1 are all taking ages. It's too bad that you can't actually, like, give things little names, and then if they'd show up. So, like, you know, if I named something Thing 1, then it would come up as, like, deploy S5, and then, like, in little parentheses under it, like, so-and-so. Especially since I'd make it easier for identifying which of them is which on here from, like... Because I could look on here and say, oh, hey, you know... My example's not working. Like, oh, hey, here's my seal with my virus seal. That's great. But when I'm standing here over here, it'd be nice to be able to say, oh, hey, you know, it's S4 immediately. And I know you can just go into the carrier and click, and it'll show you, and it'll say who's deployed, but... What are you doing? Why aren't you moving? It's not overridden. Excuse me. I don't know who else is in chat. Yes, you guys are going to get blank and deal with it for a moment while I figure out who the heck is in here. Wendell. Ah. Wendell, why are you not making yourself known? Why do I have a black screen? Guys, we have a problem here. There we go. Okay, now I can see stuff. Wendell, you should make yourself known to the chat. And I know who the other person is. That's my buddy. I'm trying to get him to get Stormworks, because I would love to have... Like, I think me and him would have a blast in Stormworks. This is one of those games where, like, yeah, if I could find people that would play it, that'd be great. If he wanted to play it, like, that would be cool, too. It depends. I do want to show him Sea of Thieves as well, because... if I could find a good, like, group of buddies to play that with, that'd be great, but when you only really have one friend that you play with, you kind of want to have them play lots of stuff. Sea of Thieves is different than a lot of games, because you don't have, like, there's levels, but they don't affect your health or anything. Like, your money goes solely to, like, making your things the way you want. And it's about being a pirate, which is freaking fantastic. It's got a fairly realistic sailing system. Can you guys hurry up? See, I would run all the way down and go watch them pull in from the garage if there's somebody else up here to actually command the next one to come in once this one finally makes it. Alright, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick while these two nutbags are taking ages. Oh no. Wendell, why did you do this to me? Okay, so that's an interesting thing to note, that it does that. Alright, so I'll be right back in a minute. God, we are still waiting on this motherfucker? What are you doing, buddy? Guys, I don't want to spend all day. We're trying to do stuff. And the enemy is going to capture things. What direction do I have to use for the next time? I was going to move north, that's right. Well, I'm going to start getting the ship ready to leave, because my frickin' vehicles are taking ages. Luckily I can use steering lock and just set the side thrusters to just push the ship sideways. I apologize if this is getting boring since nothing is happening, but you know. I remember why I had it doing side thrusters. Alright, are you almost in yet? That's what she said. Sorry, I had to. Okay, so he's coming in. That's also what she said. Again, had to. I got 2 viewers. This is like 3 was the most I had, and I got a subscriber, a follower earlier that didn't even watch, which is odd. I would think that you would at least watch for a little while before just following. I think we're gonna have this go now. Normally I would do this game easily for quite a few hours, because this is not a short game. This is a game that you gotta save and come back to. And I only started a new game for this so that I could do like a specific stream campaign type thing. That way, like, it's all together, and then, you know, what's on the stream started on the stream and then continues. I'm hopefully going to be able to also post this to other things, because to be honest, since it only keeps things for 14 days, if I can start posting stuff to somewhere else, then maybe I can start having more followers on here. I'd rather be primarily streaming, but at the same time, it's hard to be found if no one knows you're there. Okay, is this guy back yet? Okay, everybody's on the ship. Fantastic, we out. God damn. Alright, this is one of those games where you save between certain points just to make sure this is one of those games where you save just to make sure that you don't lose certain progress. Like, if I were to get destroyed now for some reason, create a YouTube account and export, that's pretty much what I was going to do, actually. But I didn't know if I could if I had to record my streams, or if I could just have this discussion with the community so many times. Dude, I don't even have a community yet. Like, I wish that I had just a few people that I could just, like, chat with, or, like I said, you know, hey, if you guys want to game with me, I'm not going to argue. But I don't know if I can just, am I headed the right way? I don't know if I have to specifically tell Twitch to, record, or if because I thought that I saw something where when you finish a stream, you have the option to like download the stream so that then you can export it, or what? Problem with Twitch is you're only seeing it live. That was my thing, was you have to turn it on. Okay, that's what I thought. So in other words, I can't use anything from this stream, because I thought that you could like download the stream when it was done or something, or you could have the option of like it saves it and then you could use it. But yeah, I thought you had to specifically turn it on. But I'm assuming that you can stream and record, because when I went into the start stream button, it seemed like you could either record or you could stream, and you couldn't do both. But I turned on a hotkey so that I could just start it. Oh, you can do direct export. Oh, I should do that, because I haven't actually started the YouTube channel, but I figured Twitch is only around when you're live, and if people aren't seeing you when you're live, then they aren't going to see you. And yes, they can look at your stream, you know, up to 14 days, but number one, if you don't have a following to begin with, no one's going to know. Or go restream and broadcast direct to both YouTube and Twitch. I kind of like,
I don't know. I mean, I kind of like Twitch because it's more toward gamers, and it seems like it's more based around live, but at the same time, YouTube is where it would be easier to stream to, and then it just stay there. But at the same time, like, that's the thing, is I want to have it, Twitch is live, YouTube bring in those people. That's what I figured. Because then, like, if you don't have a community, then it doesn't matter if something stays up for 14 days, because you're not going to be pushed by the algorithm unless you're live. Whereas if you have people, yes, they'll see your 14-day stream. But at the same time, you know, if I stream a gazillion times, and it's all on YouTube, even if somebody's, like, just digging around YouTube, they'll see my videos and be like, oh, hey, this is pretty cool. You know, oh, this is actually a Twitch stream. Oh, cool. I'm going to go see if I can find them on Twitch. And then maybe I can follow them and maybe I can see the thing live as opposed to, like, because I've seen a few YouTubers like that where I didn't, you know, I saw a few of they were live streams or they were videos or they were on Twitch. They get on YouTube and I saw them and then I'm like, oh, you know, I'll start watching a few of their streams. Now, normally I don't. But at the same time, it seems like a nice tip is your camera border, add your Twitch name and YouTube name. I haven't gotten into a lot of the detailed stuff, but I have noticed something. There's a YouTuber I keep watching who streams on YouTube, but he streams a few, like the one game he's playing right now, which I kind of want to get, but at the same time it needs a lot of improvement, so it's definitely not something I'm going to be getting until they improve some things, because if not, I don't have the time for this game. It better be me. No. So this dude that I've been watching has been doing, I've been playing this here. He's been playing this game, and the thing is, the first stream he played it like 45 minutes of the game, right? And that was just a regular video. Then he streamed 8 or 9 hours of it. Now, I like long streams because you get a lot of content to watch and you get a decent amount. 9 hours is a lot to try to watch, especially if you work and you're spreading it out. It's even longer when there's now an 11-hour stream after that you have to watch. And I'm 9 hours into that stream, and it has taken me almost a week. And then I have, you know, he has like 2 other streams, and I'm like, okay, so you know what? I now know that for my own personal reference, yeah, but at the same time, when you have that much stream to watch, it's overwhelming. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do 12-hour streams just because, I mean, I could play that much, but the problem is, me, myself, I will watch something, but I'm like, you know what? 12 hours is a lot to watch. So 5 hours, you know what? That's a decent set of game. You get a decent amount of content. It's not like it's only 2 hours. Because I've watched lots of 2-hour streams. I've watched people who... Yeah, well, that was the thing. I didn't really want to split it into segments. Like, I was thinking, oh, I could do like 1-hour episodes. But with a stream, if you have a 5-hour stream and you split it into 5 segments... Number one, that's almost like just kind of trying to get videos. Like, I've seen YouTubers where they'll have like a 3-hour stream and they'll do like 5 20-minute videos, but then they don't post even that entire stream. Like, for example, Markiplier The Forest. He will play like 2 hours, but you'll get like 3 20-minute episodes over the course of an entire week. I get highlights, but a lot of it isn't even just highlights. Like, I get highlights because then you're only seeing the actual main parts. You know, you're not getting all of it. And I get some people don't want all of it. But at the same time, you know, otherwise I feel like I'm missing things. And obviously people have different opinions. But, you know,
if you're going to build a community, then you're probably going to build it around people that have similar ideas and similar tastes. So, you know, if people want to see 5 hours, then, you know, they can watch 5 hours. If they don't want to watch the whole 5 hours, they don't have to watch the full 5 hours. But if I did a 5-hour stream, I don't know, I'd probably split it into 1 or 2 hour segments, and then 1 or 2 hour segments would still be like 5 separate episodes of one stream. And I used to stream a lot more, but lately I've just been too tired. Problem is, stream for fun, moment it becomes your income, then you need to milk that cash cow. That is true. I wouldn't mind making money off of it, especially since I know Twitch, you have people who like actually subscribe to you more, and then they can also do tips. And I know you can do like super chats on YouTube, but I understand that the whole making money off of streaming thing and making money off of YouTube is not as big of money as some people think it is. Like, you need to have a lot of people if you're making a decent amount of money. Markiplier has even said the only reason I reference him is because he's really one of the only ones that I watch and one of the only big ones, and I didn't get into him by myself. But it's one of those things where he's straight up said, you need to have, he is one of the few YouTubers that can do only YouTubing, and he makes a living off of it. But he has, 20 some odd million subscribers? And that's how much ad revenue? So he's one of the, few, and even he said, you're still barely making enough to, own a house or something. You're not making that much money. I had a buddy who was like, oh, instead of getting a real job, I'm going to literally stream for my money. Yeah, that doesn't work until you actually have a decent following, which I understand that. And yeah, if I was making money off of it, more than likely what I would use it for is, this is a webcam I got off of a buddy years ago. Oh, well, yeah, now he's living comfortable, yes. I've seen his house and the way he's changed his house. But it's not like you're making, hundreds of thousands of dollars. People think, oh, it's easy money. No, I mean, yes, the high-end YouTubers are making decent amounts of money. Yeah, you're making decent amounts of money. But at the same time, you do have 20 million subscribers, and you have to post, he posts 2 videos a day. So it's not like he's not putting forth the effort, and you have to continue that constantly. It's not like, streaming on Tuesday nights or Wednesday nights. You're not just streaming one night a week or something. You're making videos constantly. This is also true. He does have an editing team. At that level, he's just the face of the business. Well, that's also true. That's also true. But I know he's been doing a lot of other stuff. But yeah, it's not like you're making a shit ton of money doing it. And if I had enough of a following where people were actually like, oh yeah, I'll give you money. If anything, number one, it would go to equipment if I needed to upgrade. Now, my computer at this point I have built is, I guess you'd call it a budget beast. It'll do everything I needed to do at almost max graphics on current things, but it's not like it's, I mean, the graphics card is pretty high-end. I don't really want to consider it high-end because it's not really. It's only 12 gig versus you can get much higher memory, but it's a pretty good, at least in terms of where it's at for, it's a GeForce. It's a pretty decent GeForce. And I was using my friend's up until I got this one. The processor is nothing special. It's like
it's a 9th gen i9. So it's at least an i9 before I had an 8th gen i5. So I upgraded. I accidentally got a 9th gen instead of an 8th gen. But you know what? I've got a decent processor. Once you get to 30, oh dude, I don't think I'll ever get to that. But, I mean, like, so my computer I probably wouldn't put any money into right now because it's decent enough to get the job done. If anything, it needs more RAM. But at least at this point, like I said, equipment. Like, number one, I don't know how good my microphone is, but I'm literally just using my headset microphone. Which, to be honest, I'd kind of rather use because it's already built into the headset. It's there. I do online gaming with friends, and I don't seem to have any problems with it sounding terrible. So I don't think there's any problem with at least that. I think if anything, I need to upgrade my if anything, I need to upgrade my camera. Like I said, I don't know if I really need to worry about the microphone. The microphone's probably fine. Okay, so not S4. So I probably don't really need to upgrade much, but otherwise, yeah, if I could do, like, if I could get game keys and give out game keys, that'd be pretty cool. Like the one guy that I've been watching, he does a lot of that. He does a lot of drops, especially if you're a member. I wouldn't really expect anyone to actually be members, but I think it'd be cool to do, like, giveaways and things. This is true. I should throw Seawiz at a walrus and go give him hell. Do I got a walrus left, or did I send him? Nah, I sent all my walruses out. I should give them hell. Oh, guys, don't. Guys, be careful. You come back. Actually, you come back too. You're gonna be equipped for the Seawiz. Okay, so they took care of that. Yeah, I'll have to give them hell in just a minute. But I think it would actually be really cool to be able to give out game keys and other stuff. And be like, hey, you know, guys, if you want to search Keymailer website. It's not like spamware, though, is it? Because don't the... Because doesn't the, don't the developers normally give it or something? Because it would be really cool. But I don't even have enough followers that it would be worth doing, just because there's no one to say, hey, by the way. Oh my god, this alarm. Shut up. Are the bears actually pretty good? But I use Keymailer. Yeah, that would be your problem. I mean... Oh, nope. Get back. I mean, it's only a problem until I actually get people. If I can start getting people, then that'd be fine. But right now I have an average of 0 followers. Like, every time I stream, I will have... Okay, dude, if I had 2,000 followers, I would be happy as fuck. Especially if at any given time I had 100 people watching. Like, straight up, that would be awesome. Doesn't work like that. Well, okay, maybe not any given time, but if you had enough followers where, like, you could reliably have, like, a decent amount. I still have 10 to 20 people. I guess you gotta take into account people doing other stuff anyway. I guess that's why having, like, videos on YouTube or something is a little bit more worth it, because then, you know, you have the people actually able to watch, and then you can have the views, which you want to have about as many views as you have subscribers, because that means everybody's watched. Is everything back? Can I rearm one of these guys yet? Yes, you. Nope, you're getting rearmed, buddy. His health is low. You're a Sea Whiz. You're a missile. You're being loaded with ammo. Okay. Oh, good. We haven't lost anything yet. Oh, that's my biggest thing. I end up losing shit so fast. Oh, shit. Well, that missed. I better send out the seal with the Sea Whiz for protection. Alright, so it's S1. We really need to fix the, Oh, they are fixed. No, they're not. Wait a minute. I mean, yeah. Because games are... First of all, you have the person to listen to. Like, there's one guy that I watch. He's a lawyer. He does play games, but I don't really watch his gaming channel. He does a lot of other stuff. It's nice to listen to go to bed, though, because you can hear him talking and stuff. And, like, certain people have that voice. But I only do it with stuff that I've already watched, so it's like I already know what's happening, and it's only stuff that's really good for listening. At the same time, at least then you have something to watch and listen to, aside from just the person talking. And I do know that there are channels that do, like, streaming of other random stuff. If I had enough followers, I'd probably do that, where I'd have, you know, okay, I do, like, hey, I'm doing this kind of, like, modification to my car, you know, if anyone wants me to stream it, I'll start doing it, but I'd kind of consult the community first. I don't have one yet, though. But I mainly started streaming because I already play games for hours, and I've had people tell me, like, oh, you're interesting to watch because I make weird commentary, or even if it's, like, if you've ever played Just Cause, or if you know what Just Cause is, where you have a grappling hook and stuff, I'll pretend I'm doing random bullshit. I mean, even by myself, I'll just pretend I'm doing random bullshit. Like, I stole an RV, drove it halfway across the map, and it was like pretending that I was taking my family on vacation. Oh, you bastards. Oh, you bastards. Oh, you about to get it now. You kill one of my seals, you think it's okay? Oh no, that is mine. Why the frig doesn't it have the X on it? Bastard, stop destroying my seals! I know it's seizures and let sealers shoot planes auto. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to hit planes. Is the missile launcher any good for those or no? I don't think so. God damn it, I'm gonna have to order some new friggin'... Should I just order all walruses? Is there really a point for me getting seals? Like, realistically? Oh, man, I don't have a lot of money. What the hell? Dude, normally I have more money than this. Get him. Yes. I really need to just start taking out shit. Spam the AA from the carrier. Oh, there you are. Okay, these two haven't come out from behind the rock yet, so we're just gonna send out... No! Seal, come back. No. Which of you have cannons? 3... Ah, shit. What's great is if you actually run the AA and if you run the AA and you don't, if they don't hit a vehicle, they'll oh my god, that does so much damage. Alright, he needs to come back in real quick so he can repair. Yeah, the AA will actually target random other stuff. Is that plane taken off yet? No, it's coming up the elevator. I don't really want to lose more weapons. Oh shit, wrong button. I know that this is a waste of carrier missiles, but fucking love albatrosses. They're fantastic. Dude, get in the... No! Did he get destroyed or did he make it in? Dude, I lost 3 of them already. Oh my god. Oh, thank god he made it in. This is what happens when you don't pay attention. Back to work. Hey man, like I said, if you end up streaming on the weekend and you want somebody to, if we both have the same game and you want to play together just as a +1, even if you already got other people that play with you, if you guys need a +1, I am probably down. One of the reasons I wanted to, like I said, apparently I'm entertaining to watch games during certain things, but when it comes down to already 4 on the boat, I stream UK time, 1900. Already 4 on the boat. Dude, you can hold 6 on the boat. I thought you were talking about Sea of Thieves at first. I'm like, yeah, that's a full boat. But nah, you can get 6 on the boat, I believe. That's why it has 6 of these, right? Stream UK time, 1900. That would be 7 p.m. So that would be... I didn't think about you being UK time. So that would be... I'd have to figure out what time that would be for me. 7 p.m. for you would probably be... I think you said Friday nights and Saturday nights? Friday night I could do, because I don't work Friday. Saturday night I work. So unfortunately that one wouldn't work. But dude, having 6 on the boat wouldn't be a problem. First business meeting, have fun, my day starts. Oh boy. It's like 2 a.m. for me. Oh, you know what? What is it, like 9 a.m. for you? You have a business meeting at 6:30 in the morning? Jesus Christ. So you're only 4 hours ahead. That's actually not too bad then. I was thinking more like 7 or 8. Besides, that's okay. I'm probably going to be ending this stream soon and starting the next one. 6:30 is way the fuck too early to be having a goddamn meeting. Oh, gotcha. IT consultant. I do retail for car parts.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All we got is like CWIS and stuff.
That's true.
Son of a bitch. I didn't realize there were still this many. Weapon and no chassis. Oh, weapon. Fuck, I wasn't paying attention and I did the gun wrong. Never mind, it's fine. Oh shit, they have turrets. I didn't realize that they had turrets. To 10? Damn. I'm running out of fucking vehicles. All kinds of resources and shit though, but you're not getting stuff that helps me. Suicide Grind will kill 8 to 10. I think we got most of everything at this point. I was going to end this at 2 hours, or actually I was going to end it at 1:45, and I was going to end it at 2. I guess I'll end it at 2.5, or at least whenever I finish this island. Man, they took a shit ton of damage from that already. No, god damn it. I was hoping I could kind of just be a smartass about it, and that didn't work. This is not working well. Took out my fucking albatross too? Seriously? This game gets to a point where it feels like they just fucking, like, are fine, they're fine, they're fine, you're killing everything, and then they just wreck everything you own, and it's like, wait, what happened? Insanity. Just literal insanity. Should have just taken it out with a fucking carrier missile. Thank you. Where the hell is that turret? Right side. I think it's behind that rock. Aw, this doesn't have the thing. God damn it, I launched the one frickin' one that doesn't have a gimbal on it. What? Where the hell did the missiles go? Okay, so it's fine. God damn, dude. Alright, so I guess that once this one is done, we're going to... So you're getting some long toenails. You're gonna have to chop your toes off. It's hard to believe I've been playing this for 3 friggin' hours. I wasn't planning to stream this long for this game. TC1. I'm gonna have to, I guess, follow you. That was an accident. Is the almost there yet? Also, do you know that CWIS is actually spelled with the W and the I swapped? It's close-in weapon system. The way you say it is CWIS, but it's because everything in the military is said weird. Like, the term Jeep came from what they used to call the old Willys vehicles. Well, they were made by Willys and a company called, started with a K. Great, now it's going to annoy me. Something. They were also made by, like, Ford and some other companies. I'm trying to remember what the hell it was called. It was sort of a K. Kaiser also made some. So Kaiser made, a lot of companies made them, but basically it was called a GP, a general purpose vehicle in the military. So to shorten it, people just called it a Jeep. Instead of GP, they just said Jeep. It's like instead of saying HMMWV, which is what a Humvee actually is, they just call it a Humvee, because it's Humwov would technically be, but you just say Humvee. So it became its own word. Technically, it's high mobility, multi-wheeled vehicle. But then you get fun names out of things. Alright, we're about to capture this island. Small munitions. Sweet. Alright, so that's going to be the end of this one. Which is just about perfect timing. And then I'm going to be switching over to the next one. Hello, Quao. So that'll end this guy. We'll be moving on to the next game. And we will see you all shortly. Well, we as in me, and you all as in the 3 people here.